This is Wandering North America. My name is Jeff, and I'm glad you're here. Today we're in Crater of Diamonds State Park, Murfreesboro, Arkansas. Now, when you think of parks, you think of trees and deep forest woods, maybe mountains, maybe canyon, maybe a stream, a river, or a lake. Something like that is your normal draw. This park, however, the draw is diamonds. You can go, you can search that 37.5 acres. What you find is yours to keep. The entrance to the park is about a mile long, or pleasant one. Eventually you come to this visitor center where you can register for your camping spot and gain entrance to the Minefield. As you're approaching the Minefield, you begin to get a sense of how large the space is. You'll also notice the paths across the field. As much as possible, you want to stick to those paths, as pulling your wagon across the furrows is very different than pulling your wagon down the sidewalk. The other thing you will take note of is the trail to the right. That trail leads to more space just over the hill and includes the mine shaft building. One key to success on the field are the buildings with rinsing stations. This is where you will do your wet sifting, and it will also be a welcome source of shade. So how'd you find out about the park?
That's a good question. I think I was probably watching something on TV that mentioned it, and I was like, it kind of piqued my curiosity, and so I started looking into it and just kind of looked it up. I always go to state parks and national parks, and so I was like, oh, it's right in my line. You know, like there's something exciting about being able to find something and take something back with you, and I think that that's valuable, and it's you know, it's worth the opportunity. Even if you don't succeed in finding a diamond, you find the joy of getting in the dirt and, you know, trying to find something. It really kind of, I was thinking about the history of the place as I was here, and looking at the signs that shared, talking about the mine shaft that went 60 feet down, and you know how they had mined that property for 50 years in that one spot to try to find them. You know, and there's something that captures a man's imagination with wanting to find that exceptional stone. This has kind of spurred me. I think I'm going to start looking up more geological sites to go next year, and to kind of explore. When I was a kid, my uncles, they took us cross country, and they both knew geology and would share with me their love of that, and so I kind of already had that, and so that's probably why it piqued my interest as well.
If you are coming with an RV, consider the State Park Campground. It is spacious and clean. There are tent pads for those who wish to spread out from their RV. All spaces have water, sewer, 30 amp and 50 amp service. For those inclined, there is also a pathway from the campground to the mine crater. The only downsides are the cell phone service and Wi-Fi signals. The only reliable connectivity is found at the visitor center. The final upside is the price. It is quite reasonable. We paid a little over $30 per night. Okay, I tried to get with a park ranger, and it turns out they cannot do on-cam interviews without approval from Little Rock. I can respect that. But he gave the following advice. First, check out the website. They will give you an inkling of how to do the mining, what tools you'll need. They also have a list of tools they can rent here. The prices are quite reasonable. Don't let the deposit scare you. It was a surprise to me, but they'd refund the deposit at the end of the day, so no big deal. In addition, take note of the weather here in Arkansas. It's August right now, and it is hot, and it is muggy. July and August are the hottest months. February is the coldest month, he said. Best time of year to come here is October to November, or April to the beginning of May. That's when the best weather is. Either way, be aware that when you're out on the field, there's virtually no shade. So be dressed for a lot of sun, take water, enjoy your time. There's somebody downstairs that will tell you what kind of rocks you have collected. And just because it's not a diamond, don't feel the need to throw it away. It might be a nice little memento. Hope you've enjoyed this video. My name is Jeff. This has been Wandering North America. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you don't like it, feel free to hit the dislike button twice. At any rate, hit the subscribe and don't forget the bell next to the subscribe so you get notified when a new video comes along. I appreciate your time. Have a great evening.